we're doing another episode of Cosmic G Comics podcast. Today we're going to be talking about Superman. Everything Superman, from the 1978 one, to Man of Steel, to the new one coming out next week on July 11th, right?
Yep, July 11th,
Yeah.
Friday.
So I guess we start with Superman 1. Came out in 1978, starring the great Christopher Reeve as Superman. You want to start off? What did you think about it? What do you think? How'd you like the
Uh,
movie?
I'll give an overall, real quick. Overall, I really enjoyed it. It was, I told you before, I've actually never seen this one before. Don't know how I missed it, but I guess it just came out so long ago.
Right, you never picked it up.
Yeah, but
It was
overall, I really
nice.
liked it.
I liked it a lot. Like, it was nice to see what their version, or like what their interpretation of the comics was, and
hmm
it was literally like you hear it a lot in like animations. They'll call him like the Blue Boy Scout, and you can see that. Like, this is a Blue Boy Scout. He's American bred. This dude is just like, he just
Like
wants
you
to do the
are
right
Clark
thing.
Kent.
Yes, and it was kind of refreshing to see all the Superman stuff we see now. To go back and watch that movie was very like, this is what Superman was. This was just a dude who could do these things and he just wants to do the right thing. It's just that simple for him.
Yeah,
And
like the movie
yeah,
has such like a light-hearted feel to it, as opposed to Man of Steel. Like the lightheartedness kind of lends itself very well to Superman. Especially
yeah,
for this kind of interpretation anyway. Like you said, coming
yeah,
from the comics, the very first Superman, or maybe not the very first Superman, but the first big one.
yeah. Let's say, because there was a black and white Superman. I'm not too knowledgeable in that one, but yeah, there were other Superman portrayed like beforehand, before Christopher Reeve did this one. But this was the first high budget. Let's say high budget Superman we got.
Yeah.
Like, this, like a studio did it. This was a movie, and they put in money here, and you can tell at the time. You can tell that this was amazing. Uh,
Yeah.
um, I want to look at her name real quick. Margot Kidder played Lois Lane. How'd you like her? Like, that version of Lois Lane compared to what we've seen like on Smallville or other variations of her.
Um, I did like her version. It's funny. All of Lois's versions, they're all so similar yet so different at the same time. Because this Lois she was Lois Lane, ambitious, always chasing the Pulitzer, but this version of her made her kind of a dummy at the same time. Because like they made it a running joke throughout the movie that she clearly doesn't know how to spell.
Yeah, he had a lot of grammar errors. Or a reporter who's supposed to be in this big newspaper, Perry White, is constantly saying like, that's not how this is spelled, or like he's correcting her spelling.
Hmm.
But you also got to remember, this is pre-internet. They're using typewriters,
Oh
so
my god, the typewriter. Oh,
like, this is,
such a
they're not even,
throwback.
there's no Google correct or translate any of that. You better know how to spell. Because if not,
Okay,
you're done.
for
Like,
real. But like
so
I
the
said,
movie,
her overall portrayal is like I said, she was Lois. She was
yeah.
Earth, whatever Earth number this is supposed to be Lois.
Uh, I loved how the movie started off. It started off with this kid reading a comic book, and you dive into it, and it's like, it automatically tells you the tone of this movie. It's just, he opens the pages, you see Superman, and then you kind of just go into this world, and that's where you continue. And I
Hmm.
really appreciated that. So it kind of just sets the tone for any wacky stuff you see. You understand, like, this is a comic book movie.
Yeah.
And
Like we're not
believe
trying to
me,
hide it, we're not denying it.
yeah,
We're not trying to be something we're not. Like you said before, this is our interpretation of Superman ripped straight from the comics.
Yeah,
And
and it
Christopher
takes
Reeves
you.
does not disappoint.
Yeah, it he does it, and it takes you on a kind of adventure, and like you kind of see it through this kid's eyes, how he's reading this comic, and this is how he would see Superman, and I really like how that's like the first scene, like that's how this movie starts, and of course it starts with the score by John Williams, iconic, the Superman theme that everybody knows, and it plays it for like a good 5 minutes on the intro,
You get
and but
goosebumps
you
the whole
hear it.
time.
Yeah, and you're bumping to it the whole time. You're just like, yes, this is what I want. Um, so after that, the movie starts. We see a small glimpse of Zod and his two followers. Um, I have their names somewhere. We'll get back to that. But you see them very quickly. They're in front of the council. They get sent to the Phantom Zone, quick, fast, and in a hurry. They're like, Zod,
Hmm.
you're being on trial. You're a traitor. Blah blah blah. Phantom Zone. Then the movie starts.
Immediately.
Yeah, like which is kind of funny because you're just kind of like, am I at first if you don't know who these people are, you're just like, am I supposed to care that they got sent somewhere? No, okay. Because you don't see them again. It's just a quick scene, but we'll get back to that in
It's
Superman 2.
it's just funny because, like you just said, Superman 2, that was the intro to Superman 2. And
Yeah.
then you see Superman 1. And then you see Superman 2 again.
So they get sent to the Phantom Zone. The council. Then, like the very next scene is them talking to Jor-El, and he's telling them like, our star's gonna die. In this version, the star dies. Krypton is
Hmm.
fine, but the star is dying. I did have a note about their clothes, super reflective. It's supposed to be like super advanced, but it was
Oh,
all
yeah.
like highlighted, like super reflective clothing, which on camera would is blinding. It's like Jesus, like it's hard to look at sometimes. Certain scenes, I was just like, Jesus, it's so bright.
I definitely get what you mean with the costumes. I kind of liked it though. I don't know why. It was just something about the way it glowed. I was like, this is supposed
Yeah,
to be a super advanced civilization. They live on what looks like a giant freaking crystal. Why wouldn't they shine?
yeah, yeah. It wasn't bad. It was just it took a second to remember, like, whoa, this was their design choice. Okay, because that sort of design never comes back. You don't see it in any other. I don't think you don't see it in any other like live action interpretation of it, or in the comics. You don't see that specific choice of like super reflective wear. It
Mm,
like becomes like an armor or something like that. Like the clothing becomes more cloth-like. That one was just very reflective. It was very
yeah.
interesting. They're like, how do we portray this super advanced? What do they wear? If someone was like reflective clothing,
Reflective
genius.
robes.
Yeah. After that,
Oh man.
everything plays off as it does. The sun blows up. Krypton goes bye bye. Uh,
Right before
the
the planet just explodes, when Jor-El and Lara are talking, they're talking. They're just holding baby Cal, and they're just talking. And like she's giving like all the cons, and he's just like all the pros. Like he's being like a father.
yes,
She's like he's gonna be alone. He's like he's gonna be strong. Like he's gonna be
yeah.
scared. Like he's gonna be powerful. So I
He
kind of like that
basically,
contrast. Like you saw the nature versus nurture
yeah,
right there.
and the council is telling him like you're gonna stay here, and he's like, fine, I'll stay here, but I'm getting my son the fuck out of here. So, like he's gone. Like if we're gonna die, fine, we'll die. I'll stay here, but he's out of here. I'm sending him on the first Christu out of here.
Gone. What'd you
Yeah,
think about his pod and how it looked? Like it was like the giant ice crystal thing.
honestly, when I first saw it, like seeing it again, my instant reaction was Space Godzilla.
Space
I was
Space
just
got,
said, if you
got
Space
instant
Godzilla, I was like,
flashbacks.
yeah, like, huh, yeah, Space Godzilla, cool. It's like, oh no, wrong movie. But that was my reaction. And it was like, I get it that they have. super advanced technology, but everything was crystal based. So it made sense that in this world, everything, even the ships are crystals.
Mm.
Um, I
Definitely was
did
a very
like,
unique look.
yeah. So after that, like he's in his little ship, and you hear his dad talking to him throughout. Like he's aging in this crystal. Like yes, he's going
Hmm.
through space, but you can clearly see a time lapse. He's aging slowly, and but he leaves an infant. By the time he crash lands on Earth, he's a toddler. He's not a baby anymore.
Yeah, I think they
Like
said it was 5 years. I want to say it was 5 years.
yeah, which
Like
was
so, yeah.
it was interesting to see that because a lot of places there or a lot of interpretation they skip him off and he lands on Earth a baby still,
Yeah.
or like maybe even younger than 5. Because he was old enough. Like when he lands on Earth, he's a toddler. I wouldn't even maybe he's older. They have 5. Like he's
Mm.
big. And you're just like damn, he's been in space, which was a whole nother set of questions. How did he not die? Like in space with no food as a baby. He didn't get near the yellow sun yet, but whatever. That's
I'm sure the pod somehow had everything he needed.
yeah.
Like they were
You got to
super
suck it up.
advanced. I'm sure they figured it out.
Yeah.
They just digitized the food and sent it directly into his system. So
A quick note that we know as someone who reads comic books, but at the same time that the planet blows up, the movie doesn't tell you this, or well, any of the Superman movies doesn't tell you this, but Kara Zor-El is also leaving Krypton. Her parents also set her off. They don't tell you this, but if you know anything about Supergirl's story, he leaves right after him, but she gets caught in the explosion. I just felt like saying that because I was like, we always talking about Superman. It's like, well, Supergirl was right behind him. Like, he just her parents were slow.
true.
They were just too slow on it. Like, oh shit. So yeah, I just wanted to make a quick note on that.
I mean, we still got
Like,
the
hey,
Supergirl movie from I don't even know the year, probably the same year around this one.
we gotta look at that one.
Yeah.
Uh, so, yeah, so Clark lands on Earth. The Kents find him. They pull over to the side of the road. Some kind of flat or something was wrong with their car. Ship lands. Kent see him. Martha immediately is like, "I want him. We're keeping him."
She always
And
is in
Jonathan
every
is
iteration. She's like, Scoop?
yeah. Like at first you think about it like, is this? If Jonathan is like, we have to find out where he's from. And she's like, but no, like this is kidnapping. You kidnapped this baby. You just found him.
Yo, Martha Kent deserves a Orange Lantern ring. Whenever she sees Clark, it's mine. Gimme,
Mine,
mine.
real quick. And he's just like, nope, scoop this one up. This is my baby. I've been trying for years. It ain't happening. I'm gonna tuck this one up to God.
And Jonathan's always like, chill. Like, hold up now, let's think about it. He's like,
Hold
no,
up.
mine. Like, oh, okay, I
uh,
guess.
uh, Glenn Ford plays Jonathan Kent. Uh, so this version of Jonathan Kent is more. I don't want to say more. He's nurturing. You know, he tells Clark to be careful. Clark is in high school. He shows off a little bit. There, some teenagers were picking on him real quick. He had to clean like a bunch of gym equipment or like football equipment.
Oh my god,
Like,
that
yeah,
scene instantly made me rage. Like, little
yeah,
fucking bastards, yo. Like, I would have left that shit all right there. Like, oh, you're
and
funny, huh?
then
I can be funny.
yeah. So he does do it, but then he ends up running home. He's racing a train. He sees people on the train. He waves at them, and then he just keeps running home. He jumps in front of a train, which I was like, you played a little close, buddy, because you could have just jumped over the train. It would have made the same point. But I do like that scene. You see, you're showing him. They're showing you his power. He's super strong. He's fast. He gets to the house or he gets to the area before they even get there, and they're all like, "How did you get here?" And he's like, "I ran.
I ran.
I just ran." And you hear them
I
calling
did
him.
like
They're
that
like, "He's a
scene. I did like that scene too, but just it looked bad. Like it looked
Oh
so
yeah,
bad. Like the actual animation of it. I'm like, yo, this
he's
is
like
so funny
running on
looking.
air almost. Like he's running, but he's not touching the floor.
But not really. Like his legs are making that motion, but he's not actually running.
Yeah. They get to the house and Jonathan Kent ends up having a heart attack. He dies. I like the version of Jonathan whenever he has a heart attack. We've seen it before in the comics, in movies, in Smallville. He has a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's a good scene because with all of Clark's powers, he couldn't stop this one thing. He couldn't save his dad. He has all these powers, he could do all these things, but he couldn't save his dad from having a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've always liked that because it's like you can have all the power in the world, but sometimes you just can't save everybody. And
It's
someone
a
who was very close
very
to him,
it's a very humbling experience, especially
yeah.
with somebody who has his level of power.
Hmm.
Like you said, I can do all of these things, but I still couldn't save my dad. Like maybe
Which
I'm
we're
not
gonna
all
come back.
powerful.
Hmm. We're gonna come back to this. Uh, we we go to so Clark decides to leave. He tells his mom, he's like, I gotta leave. I can't stay here no more. And Clark he puts on this persona, Clark Kent, and we see he's very clumsy. He has glasses. He's almost an idiot. And
Yeah.
I saw this thing of Kill Bill where he talks about how that's how he views humanity, which I've always liked. Like, yeah, this
Mm-hmm.
like you mean to do well, but you're very flawed. Like he bumbles, he bumps into things, he's clumsy, he's dropping stuff. He doesn't know how to talk to people correctly, and I like that. I like that that was his view on people.
Yeah,
Granted, it's
it's
very
the
greatly
way.
exaggerated.
Yeah, I was just about to say, just the way he plays it, almost like it is two completely different personalities.
Yeah,
It's like Clark Kent is Clark Kent and Superman is Superman, but like they're not the same person.
yeah. You
Like,
can act. He even changes his mannerism when he becomes
mhm,
Superman. He stands up straight. His head is. He looks taller when he like takes
yeah,
off the glasses. He
he's
presents
like real
himself
slowly,
differently.
like,
Yeah,
oh, you
and
just
whenever the
grew.
yeah, he literally looks taller. He looks built. Like when he's Superman, he's strong, and when he plays Clark, he hunches a
He's
little bit. He's
timid,
feeling
like
yeah,
all shrunk in on
and
himself.
it kind of helps play into this whole Clark Kent is a Superman. Like, yeah, it's a pair of glasses, but it's more than just a pair of glasses. He changes his whole body demeanor. He changes who he is, and I can believe that people won't really pay attention to that.
Hmm.
Like, like this dude is always clumsy. He's hunched over. He's not standing tall. And you see Superman, and he's this icon. He stands up strong. He's always like, yes, I'm here. He's all might. I am here.
But like I said, it's
Uh,
like they're two completely different people. Like
yeah.
he's bumbling and nervous like all the time. Even when walking the street, he would just bump into random strangers. Like you don't have to do that, but you are. So
Hmm.
like that is actually how Clark Kent is. It's like, or like
Uh,
if it was to be two completely different personalities.
yeah. He goes to the planet and he's instantly smitten by Lois Lane. He looks at her. He's just like, "Yep, it's you." Immediately, like literally, don't even like. If she couldn't pay him any mind, he's just like, "Yeah, you're the new guy. Okay, let's go." And he's fumbling over her. He's Miss Lane, Miss Lane, Miss Lane. Like he's trying, and it's just like he's just like another dude
Yeah, he was
pays him
on
no
her from
mind
the beginning.
on the straight on like a dog on a leg, bro. Just pumping her like, dude, relax.
Like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like you and me. This is gonna happen.
They go outside and then they go to get mugged, and Clark playing like Superman playing Clark is like, oh no, like we should just give him what he wants. Lois fights back. She like hits him with a bag, and the gun goes off, and Clark catches the bullet and acts like he got shot. He's like, oh, he falls to the ground, and she's like, are you okay? How is this happening? And obviously, we know he's bulletproof and he's fine.
Hmm.
But then he makes a mistake, and I don't know if it was a mistake or intentional, but he looks at her bag using his X-ray vision and tells her exactly what she has in it. And she's like, how the hell do you know what's in my bag? I guess from her point of view, that's creepy. Like, dude, how do you know exactly what's in my bag?
Have you been in my
Like, did
bag
you?
before?
Yeah. So I like the even when he's using his powers, when he's doing it as Clark Kent, he messes up almost to
Hmm.
add on to like the persona. Like, yeah, I know exactly what's in your bag, but it comes off weird. Like, oh,
Like it's the
kind of,
I don't know if you caught this. Like when the mugger when he pulls the gun on them, I don't know if you caught this. You see Lois like go behind Clark. Like that's very noticeable, but very subtly. If you look at Clark and his body language, you could tell he subtly goes to get in front of her purposely while still playing the extremely nervous, scared person.
yeah.
Like it was such a small thing. Like I actually had to rewind it. 'Cause I was like, was that like did that look the way I thought it looked? So it's like it's him being the protector while still being the buffoon, the buffoon, the
Yeah.
buffoon, the
Is
buffoon at
that
the
food?
same time.
Yeah. Like he's trying to play it off. Like I can protect you, but I don't need it to look like I'm like get behind me.
Yeah,
So after that,
like everything he did
we
was so intentional, and it was
yeah,
great.
it was it it was one of the best interpretations of Superman. Like it's amazing. We after this we meet Lex Luthor, played by Gene Hackman. This dude is a villain, like, and he's so proud of it.
Through and
He
through.
is through it. He says it the greatest criminal mind this world has ever seen. Like, he said it throughout the movie.
Like,
Like,
yo, first scene, he's already talking that shit.
yes, off rip. He's just like, yeah, I am the greatest criminal mind ever. Like, who are you talking to? And you have his little sidekick, the girl, the guy, the idiot. Like, he plays some a henchman, whatever. Like, okay.
Both of
But
them
Lex
were idiots.
Luthor,
Both his henchmen.
yeah. But Lex was just like, he's all about real estate. He just wants land, property. He wants to
Beachfront.
own, yeah, beachfront property. That's what he wants, and that's what he's gonna get. Period.
I don't
He
care
don't care
how many
who.
people have to die.
Nope, that's what he's gonna get. Beachfront property.
Like I'm gonna
And
just blow California off the map. Like that's not gonna be here no more. We don't worry about that.
yeah,
And then invest in Lex land. Like, yo, you're insane, bro.
he's proud of it. He's bad for the sake of being bad and nothing else. He just doesn't care. He wants something and he will kill anybody to get it. And his ideas are just as smart as they are, ridiculous at the same
Hmm.
time.
Like
Uh,
he just wants his. Like
yeah,
that's
he
it.
wants it and he's gonna get it. Oh
Oh
no. So
man.
after that, we get our first glimpse of Superman. We get the suit, iconic suit, and he stands for truth, justice, and the American way. He even says it. Like, this is what I
Hmm.
stand for. Which at this time, this is 78, 1978. Yeah, truth, justice, and the American way. America. Like, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And that's his big blue Boy Scout monster. Like, he's just here to help. He's a friend. That's what he says. They ask him, who
Hmm.
are you? Just a friend.
Oh, that's after he
Uh,
saved her from the helicopter, right?
yep. He saved him from the helicopter.
That was his first
He,
save. Lois, of course.
yep. He saves her from the helicopter, and which that's a crazy scene in itself. She's like trying to climb over the pilot to get out. Like, damn, saves everybody, and then
Oh
he goes
man.
like a little saving spree, starts saving everybody.
Oh yeah, dude.
That
The guy that was scaling the building with nothing but the suction cups. I'm like,
oh
yo, you got balls of steel, my dude, because you're out there with suction cups and no rope. Like,
yeah,
what are you doing?
like what? Oh, and Superman's just standing above him, like, so this your plan? He saves a
I'm
bunch of
like, bro.
people. Yeah, it's insane. So after this, Superman saves a bunch of people. Lex Luthor decides, I don't like this guy. Don't know why. Just don't like him. And sets off a bunch of nukes. Gets Superman to go. I'm skipping a lot, but I mean, he just saves a bunch of people at this point. He Lex gets Superman to come to his lair, which is under Manhattan Grand Central Station or some shit like that, which is hilarious.
Hmm.
I love that the pool that he has is just like a train. It's going in a train tunnel. He just filled it with water. Like, yeah, this is it. He. This is something that blew mine. How did he get? How did he know about kryptonite? Because yeah, they talk about him. No, like Superman talks about himself to Lois and gives him like a little gives her a little interview, but he doesn't mention anything about kryptonite. I don't believe. And yet Lex is able to get kryptonite or find out about it. Oh, he assumed. That's right. He just says that radioactive material from his home planet must be like poison to him. That's a huge leap because you
Like, how
know
did you figure
nothing
that
about
out?
this. Yeah, like, well, how did you figure this out? Like, that makes no sense. And how did you know that this rock specifically is from his planet? It could
Hmm.
have just been a good, like, you got to remember it's a comic book movie, but yeah, that kind of blew my mind. I'm like, how did you get this shit? I don't care. Whatever. I'm kind of rushing because then this is the biggest scene that I laugh every time I see it. Everything's going to shit. Superman has to fly around to stop these rockets. There's earthquakes happening. He goes into the ground and somehow pushes up an earthquake fault line or something. It's
And then just
literally just
reverses it. Everything just starts
reverses
going
it.
back up.
Yeah,
Like, you you rewound the tape.
yeah, yeah. Like that's not how that works. Okay, Lois dies. Lois, Lois dies in the dumbest way possible.
It
Whatever.
was
She
a
gets caught
bold
in a
move to
car.
kill Lois, though.
It
Like to
was,
actually
which I
kill her, like she dies in this movie. Like Lois dies.
yeah, but we can't have that. So what does Superman do? He flies around the Earth so fast that he stops the rotation. Let's take out logic here. Just throw that shit out the window. Because if you really stop the Earth, everything that wasn't bolted down to it is flying in one direction.
It's
Not
gone.
only does he, yes, not only does he stop it, he rewinds it, which somehow rewinds time. He's able to now, so he's flying so fast, he rewinds time.
Like the
He
reason
stops,
it's hard to explain is because it doesn't make sense.
yes, like, so then he stops and then he flies back around clockwise to reactivate Earth's rotation. I'm
Yeah.
assuming he still saves everybody, but now he also has time to save Lois. So,
Wow.
I don't know. His
Like, there's no way you stopped all of that stuff again and had time to come get her. Like, that was the problem in the first place. Like, you had to
yeah,
stop all of these first before you got to her. So, for you to get to her in time, that means you said, fuck all this shit.
yeah. Someone died. A bunch of other people died to save one woman. That's if he wasn't. Well, we're assuming he didn't just stay at that speed and save everybody at Mach 3000. Because I guess so. Uh, and yeah, so at this point, the movie is coming to an end. Superman saves the day. Uh, Lois is alive. The world is saved, and Lex Luthor is sent to jail. He flies Lex over with his little lackey, and he drops him off at a prison because that's how that works. You don't need a judicial system or courts or anything. You could just drop
Put
him
him in
off at a
jail.
jail, just put him in jail, and he's all yours, Warden. Okay, that's how that works.
You do what the flying alien says and don't question it.
Yes. And the movie ends, which overall, at the time, even now, still a great movie. Superman 1, awesome. Now let's jump into Superman 2. This is this came out 2 years later. Came out in 1980. So this movie literally takes place within probably the same timeline of the movie, like maybe like a year, within a year or so.
Hmm.
But the production of this movie, the first movie, you could you there were scenes where I was watching it and I'm like, oh, this was filmed in Manhattan. Like I knew the street they were on because you can tell they actually filmed on site in Manhattan. Granted, it's
Hmm.
supposed to be Metropolis, but it was clearly New York City. This one, the entire movie is on a stage, and you can tell. You can tell very much that this movie is on a stage. It starts off. It starts off with Zod. No, it starts off
They
with a
immediately got
backtrack.
caught.
Yeah, no, I meant to say it starts off with a backtrack of the first movie, which lasted a little too long for me. Like it literally replayed cliff notes of the entire first movie,
Hmm.
and it was very long. What was
It
the actor's
was.
name
It's like here,
that
just in
played
case
him?
you didn't see the first movie, here's a quick, long breakdown of it before we start Superman 2.
Yeah, and I feel like they did that because they didn't have the runtime. Like it lasted a nice chunk of the movie. We get a nice little intro, but instead of them showing like a few scenes, they show you like a 5 minute reel of the very first movie from beginning to end. And I just felt like I was like, oh, okay, a little rush, but whatever, kills time. You get the great score again, the music, fantastic again. Now we get, oh, here we go. I got my notes. We got Zod, played by Terrence Stamp. This Zod is all about one thing and one thing only: getting back at Jor-El.
Jor-El.
That's it. He wants revenge, and he knows Krypton is gone because they were in their Phantom Zone, and it was a piece of glass. Like it's just what it was. It was how we perceived their Phantom Zone was a piece of glass, but in reality, in their world, it was a interdimensional prison. You can say like a
Hmm.
dimension where they sent a bunch of prisoners. It was like a void essentially, right?
Yeah.
We get his two henchmen, and pronounce their names. It's
Are their names Ursa
Azura,
and Nan, right?
Ursa, and Nan. Yeah, Ursa was played by Sarah Douglas, and Nan was played by Jake O'Halloran. I'm butchering their name. Sorry. Uh, Azura had, how do you say her name again? Azura?
Ursa. I'm pretty.
Ursa.
I'm pretty
Ursa.
sure it was URSA.
Yeah. Ursa had a few lines. Nan did not. This dude was a big
Yo,
gorilla.
no. He was just the muscle, and
Yes,
that's it. All
that's
he did
it.
was grunt and groan. Like, all right, Grundy, calm
Dude,
down.
yeah. Superman, the movie starts off with Superman saving the world from a bomb, a radiation bomb. They're like, oh no, there's bombs going off. He throws it into space, and somehow the Phantom Zone happens to be close enough to Earth that the radiation from the bomb going off, which apparently was the only thing that can free them, happened. Like the bomb goes
Yeah,
off and the radiation
the
breaks the
hydrogen
Phantom Zone.
bomb.
Yes,
Like, that's all it
breaks the
needed.
Phantom Zone. Which, okay, how are you, I saw it and my instant thought was, if they were that close to Earth that this bomb could go off and they can get free, they were going to get free regardless, crashing on Earth. Like
Yeah. Like, if they
it would have
eventually
just,
touched down, like, that shock would have broke whatever they were in. They were
yeah, like
getting
they would
out
have crashed.
regardless.
Yeah, either way, with the bomb or not, they were gonna get out. But now we get Zod. He's freed. They're on the moon, and they see humans, and they kill him. Quick, fast, in a hurry. Uh,
Immediately.
immediately they try to talk to them, and they're like, in a spacesuit, trying to trying to get away. They're hopping,
Trying to get away.
and they're
Like,
flying to
no.
them. Like, where are you going? Like she rips off a patch, and
Yeah.
it just like ripped a hole in the suit.
She's like, oh, this is
He
who you
dies.
follow? Not anymore.
What was it
Zod.
they said? Uh, I forgot what they said. They
Say it
called
again?
Earth they called Earth something else, and I completely forgot what they called it.
Mm.
like they land on Earth, and
Oh,
they're like, what is
Houston.
Houston? There you
Houston.
go. Like we've
The
landed on
planet
Houston.
Houston.
Yes, because they don't know what the hell they are. They're just like, okay, you keep saying Houston, so we're gonna assume this is what you call your planet.
Yeah.
Uh,
I liked how, well, like, while they were killing the crew, like, you're also watching them discover their powers at the same time.
yes, they're
Because
also like something feels off, and they're just like they're
mm,
super strong, and like the fact that they're in space and not dying, that's a good one. Like it's not dead. They're realizing like, oh, like I just pushed this dude so far. Like, I ripped clothes off. Like I'm doing stuff, and
mm,
it was nice to see that. Like, oh, this is what happens when we come near this sun, or like this planet is
and
making us stronger.
when the Kryptonians get that yellow sun, it's instant.
Mm-hmm.
They instantly
Instant.
feel it.
They realize they have powers, and what is his first thought? We're gonna take over this planet. That's it. They get on Earth, they land, or like they're realizing they're super strong or whatever, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna take over. And
Yep.
this version of Zod he's a general. Zod's always portrayed as a general, but this one is more of a dictator. Like he's just like, you're gonna do what I say. That's it. There's no,
Mm,
I don't want to say there's no military aspects of him showing. It's more of just like I'm a conqueror. Like yeah,
like,
you're a
yeah.
general Zod, but you're just a conqueror.
It's
You
like he
know?
just knows how powerful he is, and like we are all literally ants to him, like less than
Yeah,
ants. Like you're going to do what I say, or you're going to die. Like those are your options.
yeah.
Like I don't
That's
even know
it.
how he didn't kill Lex. Like the way Lex was talking to him.
I mean, don't get it twisted. He wanted to, but Lex was. We'll get there in a minute because Lex is at this point. Zod's still in space. He lands on Earth. Lex is in jail. We find out that they're trying to break out. But yeah, so
Mm.
Lex lands on Earth. I mean, Zod lands on Earth with his two henchmen. They start fucking shit up. They go into this small town and they just start wrecking havoc. They start realizing that they have heat vision. Zod, for some reason, has like a laser pointer with his finger. Don't know what it
Oh
does. It's like
yeah,
a
like
gravity,
almost like telekinesis.
yeah, like a gravity
Like
beam or telekinesis. He can do that. Why can't Superman do that?
it's
No
like that was
idea.
never a power before. Like you could tell
Yeah,
this was their first, like we said before, their first attempt at doing a Superman movie. They definitely had fun in this one. Like let's just give him a
yeah,
couple extra powers and see what
yeah.
happens.
What it's vastly different from the first one because in the first one, Superman had super strength and can fly. They didn't even show his super breath. They didn't show heat vision. They didn't showcase a lot of his strength. I mean, a lot of his power. And this one, off rip, heat vision, uh, telekinesis, flight, strength. Like they showcase, like, oh no, these Kryptonians have crazy powers. Does it make sense? Not at all. But
No.
they can do crazy shit. Uh, so they're on Earth. Zod's on Earth. They're wreaking havoc. Lex wants to break out of prison. Him and his henchmen have a ridiculous plan to break out. They literally get outside and then just walk across the wall. You see the
Oh yeah,
spotlight hit them.
hit them perfectly, and the fucking cop is like,
Like, what
Like
do you
yo,
like?
like yo,
One job. You
you
got
got
one
one
job.
job. Your one job is to watch TV, and you're not watching TV.
So then this giant ladder falls, and you look up and see a blimp. Not a blimp, a hot air balloon. Sorry, a hot air balloon, and no one sees it.
Oh my
You're in the
fucking
middle
god, the hot air
of
balloon.
a prison, surrounded by guards and spotlights, and no one's like, "Hey, look at this hot air balloon." Lex climbs it, gets in. His henchmen tries to climb it, but he's so fat that every time he steps on it, it
Who's to
brings the
say?
thing
Because
down more. It
like
brings it
it's not
lower and
even that
lower.
big, but every step just like yo, let go.
Yeah, like just like fuck that, let go. Bye, Felicia.
No, you're
You
staying.
can stay there. And no one thought to shoot down this hot air balloon. No one. Like it just flies away, and somehow, also in this same instance, they use this hot air balloon to get away and find Superman's home in the Arctic.
That he just followed by going north, and that was his only direction.
Yes, he said, "Where are we going?" And he's like, "North."
North. Like
Okay, north what? Stupid. Like that's not a direction. What are you
like
doing?
just literally straight from where we are right now. Like you're gonna get us killed,
And
dude.
they even say there's a throwaway line where she's like, "We've been doing this for 2 days." Excuse me? So you broke out of prison 2 days ago, got on a hot air balloon and flew to here? What? No. No. No.
Apparently the
Lex
fortress is freaking within hot air balloon distance.
like,
Like
okay.
apparently it's so close to the mainland.
Uh yeah. So apparently it's right there. Uh Shenanigans happen. Uh Lois Lois figures out that Superman is Clark. They're the same person. But
All he does is take
at
off his
first,
glasses, and that's it. That's all it
yeah.
takes.
So she figures it out, but he plays it off. She kind of just like, no, that's okay, whatever. Like, okay, it can't be. She figures it out for a second time, but this time she's like, I'm gonna prove it. I'm gonna throw myself off this water. And I
Like,
feel like this
bitch.
this plan would have worked if she would have done it earlier up the water stream. Because at this point, Clark is looking and he's like, she'll be alright. So like,
Yeah, he is.
she'll be yeah, she'll be okay. I don't need to do Superman shit here. She'll be fine. Like I'll
Sure,
run with
but
her, make sure she's okay, but I don't think I need to do anything. And he's
like I just
absolutely
gotta bring
right.
this one branch down. She grabs it and she magically floats to the little land right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. And he plays it off. He goes to get her out, and then he falls in, and she's like, "Clark, like now she got to save him." Like, okay,
That's
like
what
this
I mean when
movie.
like Clark Kent is a completely different person because you didn't have to fall in, dude.
Yeah, he didn't have
You
to do
could
anything.
you could have just
He
still
didn't have to go
grabbed
to
her
the
out.
water. Yeah, like he didn't have to do anything. But so that all happens. They go back to the hotel, and which is a lover's hotel, like a love suite because they're supposed to be undercover. And Clark drops something in a fire. He goes to pick it out, and she's like, "Oh my God, your hand uncut." And she gets confirmed. She gets confirmation. This Clark Kent is Superman. And there's a great another amazing scene where you see him standing up again. He's like a little hunched over at Clark. He tells her, and you see his face get serious. He stands up. His shoulders go back. He stands up tall, and you see him like, okay, fine, yes, I'm
You
Superman.
you watch Clark Kent turn into Superman.
Yes, you watch it happen, and it's little things like that that makes Christopher Reeve Superman amazing. Because it's important for people to believe. How can you not tell that this is Superman? Because he does things like that. He little nuances that Clark Kent does to make sure that no one could possibly believe that I'm Superman.
Like it's a
and it was
complete
just
alter ego.
yeah, and
Like
it
everything.
it was perfect because you see it happen, you see the transition, and beautifully, beautiful, beautiful, and he realizes I knew it. Like you're Superman. Uh, they basically get together right there on the spot. He's like, I love you too. Okay, let's get together. He's like, let's
You
take
know,
you to my home.
Clark was chasing her this whole movie. Like he was chasing her in the first one. But in this one, Superman 2, Clark was trying to get it.
Yes. And I feel like he does it to a point where it stops making sense. Because this is where the movie takes a turn for me. This is where you really got to throw logic out the window.
Mm,
So he decides to take her to the Fortress of Solitude. Keep in mind at this point, Lex has already made it there. He's already like taken a crystal. He's already figured out everything about he needs to know about Superman, except his secret identity. But he knows a lot more about Superman. So Superman takes Lois to the Fortress of Solitude, tells him more about himself, about the crystals and how they work, all this stuff. He goes to the back to change, and he's talking to his mother, his Kryptonian mother,
mm-hmm.
and he's willing to give up all his powers to be with Lois. With why?
It made
Like
absolutely no sense. Like
no
they didn't
sense.
even say anything about marriage or anything. It's just like
Yeah.
if you want to be with a human, you have to give up your powers. Why?
Why?
Like you
Why does
don't
that?
even
What does
question. He
that have
doesn't
to do
even
with?
question it. He's just like, okay, like,
Okay.
but why?
Why do you have to do that?
like,
That makes no sense. And
like you're
she's
insane.
listening to this. This is the biggest simp move ever. Clark is literally about to give up his powers for this woman who they just started dating an hour ago, and he's listening to this whole thing happen,
Like,
and
stop
she doesn't
him.
stop him. This is Superman.
Like, are you
Stop
insane?
him. Like, she doesn't stop him. She lets him do it. He goes into this crystal
Like,
container, and no more powers. Just zap. No powers.
I
And
liked
they
how
go
when they
get,
do that, real quick, when they do that, how it changes him back to Clark Kent. Like even the clothes, like the suit disappears and everything.
yes.
It's like he
You
is
see two
that.
people. You see the split.
Yeah,
But
you know,
keep in mind, his mother said,
It held that split for so long. I thought it was two different people for a second until it
it
actually
was a
faded away. I was like, yo, is it really two people? Like, oh no,
it was a
just
cool scene. It
that
was
was
a
a
really
great
cool
scene.
scene. They're like, oh shit,
Like
like
that
there's
shit
two of
got
them.
me. I was like,
So like,
no.
so that happens. Then they go to get dinner, which, keep in mind, they're in the forces of solitude, and somehow now they're in a car driving up to a diner. Where the fuck? Apparently, like you said, Krypton is just down the road. I mean, not
Yeah.
Krypton. The forces of solitude is right down the road.
Like, bro, it's right there. Let's just take a quick drive. 10 minutes, 20 tops. We're there.
Yeah. Like, and then Clark, some dude is being a dickhead to Lois. Clark's like, I can start it. Excuse me. Like, no, we're going to stop this. And Clark gets his ass beat. He feels
Yo,
pain
those
for the first time. And it is like, whoa, what is that?
like
Like, that's pain.
Clark gets his ass whooped in this movie. Like
Yes.
it's a little brutal for the content of the movie because like he
Yeah.
is messed up, like completely bloodied. Like yo,
Yes, he is. Uh, Clark gets his ass beat. Zod is on Earth. They're like, we want to fight this Superman. He goes to the president. He basically takes over the USA for a sec, for a quick minute. He Lex is like talking no jutsu, like don't kill me, bro. I could tell you a lot of good shit. Like I know a lot of good information. All I want is Australia, but I'll give you all the information you want. And Zod is like, why do I need you again? And he's like, cause I'm
like
Lex Luthor. The grid is
I don't, I don't.
criminal mind.
But I did like there was a few things I liked before he made it to the president, before he made it to the White House, when he was still like taking over that small little town. One thing about that scene, the town. completely looked like a set.
Yeah,
Like the town looks so fake,
and that goes to
and
the
I'm just
production of
like,
this movie.
and I'm looking and I'm watching. I'm like, yo, it really does look fake. Like it looks
Yeah,
like a set, and like that shit
the
was
the,
so funny. Another
the
thing I
production of
really
this
liked
movie. What's
in
up?
that scene, um, this is for anybody who hasn't ever played the game Injustice. Zod, after he takes over the town,
I win.
the girl, I can't remember her name, Ursa. She
Ursa,
said, "You did it." And he looks at her, he's like, "I win.
win.
I always win." And
Yes.
like that quote, I was like, "Holy shit, that's from Injustice." And I'm like, Injustice got it from
No.
here. Like,
Yeah,
yo,
Injustice
it was
got it
just like
from here.
it was a great discovery when he says it. And like once I caught that, I was like, that's so dope. So
Yeah,
that was
I thought the
definitely
same
one scene
thing.
I really appreciated.
Like, I win. I always win.
Always
Like,
win. It's such a hard line too.
yeah, because he just said it so nonchalantly. Like, I win. I always win. Mhm.
But shit, oh, such a great
So
scene.
so Zod and them are in the presidential suite or the White House. They're in the White House. Lex is there. I can take it to. He's like, I can take it to Superman's lair because obviously at this point, Superman is not Superman. He is Clark Kent full time. He loses his powers. He's with Lois. They have no idea what's happening. They have no idea that the
Mm-hmm.
planet has been basically taken over by Zod. Zod's causing massive mayhem. He is killing and a lot of people. He just doesn't care. Meanwhile, Clark is out here getting his boots knocked with knocking boots with Lois. Like they
Living his
have no
best
idea what's
life.
going on. And Lex Luthor takes him to the Fortress of Solitude. They just they destroy it, right? This is am I
Yeah.
doing it right? Yeah, they destroy the
Start
Fortress of
wrecking stuff.
Solitude. They start wrecking stuff. Superman's not there. They go back to Earth. I mean, not they go back to Earth. They go back to like civilization, and Superman's like, I can't do this. Like I need my power.
Hmm.
This somehow, no explanation, no nothing.
He just
Superman
gets
gets
him
his
back.
powers back.
Like,
They
you know, he
tell
really
you in the
didn't show
movie.
how. Like, I
They
guess I can
literally tell you.
understand how, but
Yeah.
terrible.
No, they don't. I can't understand how. Because they tell you that once you do this, you can't go back. And he
Hmm.
says, I know, it's okay. And then 10 minutes later, he got his power back. No consequences. Like, okay,
I, I
well
I
then.
like to think about it as the Kryptonians thought that that's how it would work. That you would go underneath this uh red sun red sun container and it would take all your powers away. And it makes sense to an extent because all it would really do, like it does what it does, it saps all of his powers, all of his energy. But once he's back under the yellow sun, he gets his powers back pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So it would, I feel like it would have made more sense if they would have at least incorporated like something about it changing his physiology. Because the other way, you're just draining the solar energy out of his body with the red sun.
Yep. They did a good job showing off his ruthlessness, Zod's ruthlessness. I just want to get that in there. But yeah, he gets his powers back and he immediately flies off to fight them or like to meet them. And Zod is like, oh, like you're Zod Zoro's son. He's like, I'm Connell, blah blah blah. They talk. Superman again is not ready for this fight. Like he doesn't get hurt, but he cannot beat them.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing he does is working. Uh, I'm just looking at my notes real quick. Nothing he does is working. They're they have so many different array of powers. Zod is over here doing telekinesis and shit, like heat
Mm-hmm.
vision. There's a scene in the city where they're blowing him away with super breath.
Oh yeah, all three of them in their super breath. Like
they're blowing
2 minutes prior, it showed them just decimating blocks with just their super breath, just blowing
super breath.
everything away.
And this scene, I laugh every time I see it because again, back to the production, they're blowing these stuff away, and there's supposed to be people running, but you can clearly see that it's just mannequins on like a pulley system because everybody is in one position, slowly moving, and you could tell it's on a stage, like this is a miniature or a set or something like that. Uh,
That's hilarious. I
and
definitely missed that. I remember you telling
it's
me to
bad.
keep an eye out for it, and I was like, and I completely forgot about it. So I'm just laughing at the whole scene of them blowing everything away. Meanwhile, there's even
It,
funnier things happening in the background that I completely missed.
uh, they don't tell you how Superman gets his powers back, but he does. He's fighting all this crazy shit's going on. Then they get back to the Fortress of Solitude, kind of wrapping up the movie. Uh,
Oh my god. The second
and
they all land.
Non Non goes to fly at Superman, and Superman rips off some ramrat
Well,
and throws it at
I,
Non.
it's like
Non, I'm
digital
sorry.
plastic. I don't even know what.
Yo,
Like,
straight to ramrat. Just, whoa! It hits him, and he just falls to the ground, and he's like, what the
it
hell is that?
does
Like,
zero
he gets
damage.
up.
He's on the floor, like, ah. Oh, okay. Like,
Like, what?
that's what
What
I
just
talk
happened here?
about when they just had fun with this movie and just give him whatever powers we want to. This
Yes,
man, he took off an imaginary S and threw it at him.
yes.
Non got
Do
hit
it!
with the power of imagination.
And, and it worked. It stunned him. It hit him like a flashbang. He's like, what's that?
Oh
That
man.
that Dave Chappelle? He's like, ah, and he falls down. Ah.
Oh
And then he
shit.
just gets up, and they're like, okay. Uh, Superman tells Lex, like, I'm gonna get in this machine, and there's gonna be a ray that's gonna make me, is gonna protect me, and blah blah blah, gonna weaken them. And Lex was like, okay, he's lying. He's like, this guy is lying. Don't go in there. This is what's gonna happen. So they tell Superman to get into the container. Obviously, Superman tricks Lex because he knew he would tell them.
Lex is a
And
narc in this movie.
yeah,
He's like,
everybody,
nah.
and they all become human. They lose all their powers.
It was a cool
Non falls.
scene. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
No.
it it was a good scene, but it also didn't make sense because they should have felt themselves become weaker the same way Clark did the first time. But they're all still
Yeah.
standing there like completely unfazed. It's like
It's just
little plot hole right there. Like they should have felt the effects of it.
yeah. And they don't. Non tries to fly. He falls into an abyss that goes nowhere. Uh, Zon, uh, Superman crushes Zod's hand painfully, like
He
he crushes his.
destroyed his hand.
Yeah,
Like he picks Zod up, and Zod's in the fetal position while Superman's holding him up.
and then throws him into the abyss, and then Lois punches Ursa, knocks her ass into the abyss. They just all
She couldn't
die.
wait to
They
get hers. Lois couldn't
wait,
wait to get hers.
and that's another thing. Clark had no problem just letting three people die. Just killed them all. Didn't even
Like,
bat an eye.
it just shows them fall into the abyss.
Yeah.
Like that's the last we'll see of them.
Yep. Just die. Okay.
Oh
All
man.
right. This. So
Oh, another thing I liked that when he was in the pod, he keeps the Superman suit. So like if you
yeah.
were paying attention earlier, you'd be like, he still has his suit. Like, oh, he still has his powers. So like that was like back in the day. Like obviously we could easily catch that now, but back in the day, like if you weren't paying attention to the movie, you would have missed
What?
like a small subtle scene. But it's still small subtle things that can make even a bad movie good.
Yeah. After that, Superman and Lois go back to their lives. Uh, Superman and Lois are trying to have a. They get talking and they're like, it's hard for me to kind of just act like you're not who you are. Like And, oh, excuse me. He's like, I know. Then he gives her a kiss, and it just erases her memory.
But
I feel like
I call it the forget me spit.
he just they kiss and then just forget. He just forgot. I feel like what he did, but you don't see it, is like he just shook her head really fast, like forget.
There you go, a little scramble for you. Who am I? Clark Kent, that's it? Okay.
Yeah,
Great seeing you,
because
Lois.
unless he like on the way back he stopped by Gotham, met Poison Ivy. He's like, yo, I need some of that that lip thing you do to make people like
I need
like
some of that.
fall in love with you. Just make one so that people forget who I am when I kiss them. Because that I gotta take this chick's brains out. Like, just okay,
Another scene that just made no sense. Like, what?
yeah. The At this point the movie's over. And I just feel like overall as a movie, it's fun. The first movie is great. It's a great Superman movie. The second one was just fun. There's, it's not a great movie. The production was low. The they not a lot of things made sense. They just kind of threw stuff at the wall, and whatever stick was what they put in the movie. But I feel like if they would have just spent a little more time, another year or so, it could have been better. A lot of the production stuff could have been fixed. A lot of the little issues could have been altered or just made better. But on its own, it's still a great movie. Like one and two, you watch part one and two together as one film. It's a great story. It works.
Right
Like
through and
it's
through.
yeah, through and through as one cohesive story. It works. It's perfect. Not perfect, but it's good. It does what it needs to do.
Yeah. The first, I would say even longer than the first half of Superman 2 is, I don't want to say boring, but pretty uneventful.
I can
Like,
hear
it's
that.
kind of just Superman and Lois. It's literally just Clark Kent and Lois Lane just kind of doing what they do. Like, it's like they're investigating the thing at the honeymoon hotel and all that. But, like, that's all that's kind of happening.
Yeah, nothing kicks off till Zod gets there. Um, I feel like this is the we've reached the end of part Superman one and two. We're gonna do a little intermission, and we're gonna break off into a part two. All right, I feel like this is a good time. We'll come
All
back in
right.
like 2 minutes.
All right. So, overall, what's your rating of Superman's 1 and 2?
As a whole, out of 10, like a solid 7. Like it's a good fun time. It's Superman. It's what you want from a Superman movie. Some bad guys come, you got to save the day. Superman's gonna do whatever he can, and he saves the day. And for the time that it came out, it was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it gave you that sense of wonder. It was a cool comic book movie. It was a cool movie, and even on its own, to see what they wanted Superman to be. I'll give it like a 7. Part two really is the one that brought it down. If it was just
Yeah.
part one would probably be like an
Part
eight
one's
or
like a
nine.
solid 8. Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
part one's
8.
definitely up there. Like, it's a great
Part
movie.
two
It's a great
is
movie. I
what
had definitely had fun watching the first one.
yes. Part two is the one that brings it back down a little bit. Like yes, Zod, you get a lot of iconic stuff from part two, but it just overall as a movie on its own, you're better off pairing it with the first one to keep it up there.
Yeah. Like you said, it's one cohesive story. It's a good watch.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's take a
All
little
right,
break
so
and we'll come right back.
all
Oh wait,
right.
no. You said what's your view on both?
My
What
review?
would you rate both of them? Yeah.
Uh uh pretty much on par with what you said. Like I said, for me, the first Superman is about an 8 or 9, but the second one is about a 5 or 6. Average it out, get about a 7.
Okay.
But I felt like the effects in the first one were definitely better than the second. And it's like you
Agreed.
said, you had 2 years to do this, and you fell apart a little bit in the second one. Like I said, the town in
Mm-hmm.
the second one was clearly a set. Like even the flying
Yeah.
effects in the second one, like it noticeably looked bad. Like it just looks so different from the first one. Like you watch the first one, and like wow, you watch the first one and think like wow, this is really good for the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then you watch part two that came out 2 years later, and it's like yo, this looks like kind of like shit. Like you could
It
just
looks
tell these
worse than the
people are
first
actually
one.
kind of laying on something, and
Mm-hmm.
like it's the green screen is just moving.
Yeah. All right. Let's take
But
a quick break
Zod
and we'll come
too.
back.
I love the gang. They were all great too.
They're amazing. We're gonna get back to Zod in part two. All right.